Good afternoon, all hollows. I am your senior horse historian, Angel Ortiz, and we're going to have a discussion about the Judiciary branch of 1789. Now, just going to build up some backstory first, just to give an idea of the father's mindset and how exactly they were going to build up the Judiciary branch. So they said that, okay, it's 1776. They had just built up the Declaration of Independence, and just 3 years before, and they're starting to write the Constitution. And once they wrote it, they said, okay, we don't really know the formatting of being a judge. You don't know who pays the bailiff or anything like that. So they said, okay, we're going to leave it up to the judges. Granted, they were lawyers, but still, they left it up to the judges. And so it's becoming 1780s, start rolling in, and they've already had the president, George Washington, and they've already started building up powers and showing that, okay, the Congress has this power, the president has this power, but what about the Judiciary branch? And they had to find out some kind of way to give them power, because they are a branch. So they said, basically put, we're going to start building up a federal court. Court above all courts, as they say. And so what they did was they enacted the Judiciary Act of 1789, and it's officially titled an Act to Establish Judicial Courts of the United States. And it was signed into law by President George Washington on September 24th, 1789. Article 3 of the Constitution established the Supreme Court, but left to the Congress the authority to create lower federal courts as needed. Principally authored by Senator Oliver Ellsworth of Connecticut, the Judiciary Act of 1789 established the structure and jurisdiction of the federal court system and created the position of Attorney General. Although amended throughout the years by Congress, the basic outline of the federal court system established by the first Congress remains largely intact today. Now, with this being said, this is how it was created, but the forefathers never intended the Supreme Court to create lower federal courts to assist the Supreme Court, because they just started. They weren't sure about the system, but nonetheless, they still created it, and it did have some dates. The debate dates are August 24th, August 29th, August 31st, September 1st, September 9th, September 12th, and September 14th, before finally passing the Judiciary Act without a roll call vote, September 17th, 1789. The Senate passed the Judiciary Act by a vote of 14-6 on the July 17th, it's September 17th, 1789.